channel. I hope you all been doing really great. I'm finally here with an all drugstore makeup tutorial and I'm so excited because this has been asked for such a long time and I finally went to CVS and I bought all my drugstore stuff. So I'm just so very excited to finally film this. I figured that I would make this kind of a chit chat makeup tutorial because I really like doing them. They kind of take a long time to film, but I really like doing them because I feel like you get to know me a little better, which is kind of what I want. You ever just have a really good morning though? Like this morning I woke up late, it was raining, it's cold outside but it's warm in my house. I had this amazing homemade pumpkin bread for breakfast. I have my peppermint tea now. Like, it's a good morning. It's a good morning. I freaking love peppermint tea. It's like so good. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with my face, and my face has already been washed and moisturized. I washed my face using the CeraVe cleanser, and then I also used the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion, I think. It's like, it was in one of my videos earlier. I'll leave a link for it down below. I'm gonna start by priming my skin. I'm gonna use a Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. I've never tried this, so I'm gonna try it right now and see how I like it. This kind of reminds me of the Smashbox Photo Filter Primer, something like that. The like really jelly one. I'm just gonna put this on my T-zone. Feels very silky on my skin. It feels exactly the same as the Smashbox one. Alright, now I'm going to do my foundation. I was going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, but I think I'm actually going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation just because my skin is kind of like, eh. So I'm just going to use this one. I'm in the shade 220. Then I'm going to use my damn beauty blender to blend all this out. Lately, I've really been into like not full coverage foundation, but just very light coverage. So I really like the beauty blender because I feel like it does sheer out my foundation a lot. I just threw my beauty blender like into the abyss. Okay. What I was saying before I threw my beauty blender is that I always like applying my foundation down my neck just because I feel like it blends everything together a little more. And if my foundation does not exactly match the color of my neck, this kind of diminishes the like mask-like effect. So next I need to prime my eyes for eyeshadow. So I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color 20 Sand. And I'm gonna apply this to my eyelids. Whoa, not that much, sorry. And now I'm going to go into my Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette. I'm gonna pick up a Morphe M511 brush and I'm going to apply this color right here, just all over my lids to set my concealer base. All right, now I'm gonna grab little Post-it sticky notes and apply it right here like this to the outer corners of my eyes. This is gonna make my life so much easier when I do eyeshadow because I'm not gonna do any winged liner. This is gonna kind of fake the appearance of winged eyeliner. So now using the same Morphe brush, I'm gonna grab a darker shade. I'm gonna grab this one right here. This is a matte kind of mauve-y, dusty, pinky color. And I'm gonna put this in my crease. Now I'm gonna grab my Morphe M200 brush and I'm gonna pick up, oh, which one? This one. I'm gonna pick up this color right here. I love this color, by the way. It is so pretty. And I'm gonna pat this like in the outer third of my eye, just like this. And then as there's less product on my brush, I will flick it into my crease like this. And I'm gonna do it again, just one more time. I freaking love pink on the eyes. Like, a lot of people are scared of pink eyeshadow, but pink eyeshadow is like literally one of my favorite things in the world because I think it's so complementary to brown eyes. I think it really brings out like the richness and the depth of brown eyes. So I love pink eyeshadow. I'm gonna grab this Morphe M503 brush and I'm gonna pick up this really dark, it's like a dark purpley brown with pink reflex in it. And I'm gonna pat this in the outer third of my eye again. Now to soften up the edge a little bit, I'm gonna go back in with this Morphe M511 brush. And I'm gonna grab a combination of this light pink color and then this darker pink color that we use in the crease. And I'm just gonna go over the edges like this. Now to brighten up the inner corners of my eyes, I'm gonna grab that really pretty pink shade and I'm going to apply it right here to the inner half of my eye. And then again, I'm just gonna grab this brush with no additional product on it and just go over the edges. This is the key to blending, just going over each and every step to ensure that there are no harsh lines. All right, now we're going to take off the tape. Yes. I love that. Oh crap. Okay, so there's a little bit of fallout here, but that's okay. It's really easy to fix. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my finger and kind of wipe it away, and then if I need to, I will go in with some extra foundation. All right, now we're gonna move on to doing the concealer and contour. I'm actually gonna do a cream contour, so you guys can learn how to do that. So I'm gonna grab my Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free and Balance foundation. Woo! I have mine in the color 330. It comes in a stick form, which I think is like perfect for contouring. And I'm just gonna take it and draw it from like right here to the corner of my mouth, but not all the way. I'm gonna stop like right here. You can see my natural cheekbone right here. I'm just gonna intensify that shadow. Just like that. I'm also gonna apply it to the top of my forehead, my temples right here, and then under my jawline. And this looks really fun. Now I'm going to grab my Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just gonna start working this into my skin. You always want to rub upward instead of downward because that defeats the point of contouring if you try and drag the shadow downward. This foundation stick is so creamy. I love it. Alright, so now that the contouring part is done, we're going to go in and highlight. So we're going to use the same Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And I'm going to draw right underneath where my contour was placed just to clean it up a little bit. And draw downward lines. And I'm also going to highlight underneath my eyes in the normal triangle shape. Also down the center of my nose. So yeah, this is a really fun arrangement going on. Now I'm gonna go with my trusted beauty blender and pat everything out. Okay, everything is blended in, and so now I'm just gonna set everything, and this is the one part where I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I don't have a drugstore setting powder. I'm just gonna use my MAC one, but I know the drugstore has tons of setting powders. You can totally find those. They're very, I don't know, available. Oh, and by the way, this is a Real Techniques contour brush, but I use it to set my under eyes. What can you do? Now I'm gonna work on my lower lash line, and so for that, I'm gonna grab this Real Techniques shading brush. Yeah, a shading brush. And I'm gonna pick up this dark, no wait, no. I'm gonna pick up this pink color right here, and I'm gonna press this on my lower lash line from inner corner to outer corner. Actually, from outer corner to inner corner, because I want my outer corners to be the darkest. I want my outer corners to be a little darker, so I'm going to take this color now and put it on the outer corner. And I really want to make sure I connect it with this top part. If you feel that your eyeshadow is kind of uneven, like the wings are uneven, take some concealer and a little baby concealer brush and just clean up the edge. Now I'm just going to grab any pencil brush and take that pink color again and just smoke out the lower lash line. Now I'm just going to apply some mascara to my top and lower lashes. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, of course, but we're just going to skip right along because you guys have seen me do this a bunch of times. Okay, so now my mascara is done. I just applied it to my top and lower lashes. I really love this mascara. I know I've said it so many times, but literally every time I use it, I'm like, oh, so good. Okay, so now I'm going to apply some highlight to my inner corner and also my brow bone. Listen guys, my brows are not on point. I need to get them threaded very badly, but I haven't had time, so I'm not gonna touch them. I'm not gonna fill them in. I'm not gonna do anything because they're a mess. I'm gonna grab my MAC 242. I'm gonna take this white color right here and pop this on my inner corner. Okay, so now my eyes are completely done. I'm just gonna run some clear brow gel through my eyebrows. This is the e.l.f. Clear Eyebrow Gel. So now I'm gonna use a blush. This is the Maybelline Master Highlighting Bronzing Powder in the color Deep Bronze, but I'm gonna use it as a blush. I'm gonna grab this on a Morphe M405 brush. I'm just gonna take a little, this stuff is really pigmented, so I'm kind of scared. I'm gonna really tap off the excess and then dab off the excess. I'm gonna apply this to my cheeks. That is so pretty. I really love this color. It's like almost a bronzer, but it has a little bit of pink in it so that it acts just enough like a blush. So for my cheekbone highlight, I was gonna use this L'Oreal, what is this? A L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the color Iced Latte, but I feel like it's a little too gold for the look I'm going for. So I'm actually gonna use the same white shade from the Maybelline Blush Nudes. So I'm gonna grab my Morphe M501 brush. I'm gonna take this color, yes, and apply it to my cheekbones. Oh yeah, that is really pretty. It's just like, it's so subtle, but I feel like with a look like this, you don't want to overdo your highlight. I mean, you can if you want to, but this is really nice. I'm also gonna apply this to my Cupid's bow and at the tip of my nose, and then also just above my eyebrow arch. My tea is cold. I always have this problem. I'll make a cup of tea, it's piping hot, and then I sit down and I start doing something, and then my tea is cold, and I'm like, all right, to finish off this look, I'm gonna be using Maybelline's Divine Wine Matte Lipstick. These are actually so beautifully formulated. Like, I'm extremely impressed. And I love this color, Divine Wine. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, you guys, that wraps up this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this all drugstore makeup tutorial. I definitely had fun, like, kind of experimenting with a lot of different drugstore makeup, and I actually really do love all the products that I used in this tutorial. I will never ever make a tutorial where I use a product that I'm like kind of like meh about. Like, these are all things that I really genuinely love, except for maybe this, but I do actually like it because I have no pores, so that's awesome. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around. I know filming has been kind of sporadic in the past month or so, and it's all because of school being so busy. I only film when I go home to visit, and so when I go home, I'm there for like 2 days, and I film like a ton of pre-recorded tutorials so that I can upload them like during the school year as I'm at school. And so I had to cancel a bunch of trips home because I was like, I have too much homework, I have too much studying to do, I can't go home. So that's why I kind of didn't upload some tutorials last month in November, but we're back now. The month of December, I will not lie, is going to be really hectic. I'm going to be out of the country for 3 weeks, which is like a pretty long time, but like I said in my previous video, I'm gonna film some travel vlogs, some like packing videos, I guess, like how to pack your skincare, how to pack your makeup. It'll be fun though. We'll see how it works. We'll play it by ear. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching and spending this time with me. Hope you have an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video very soon.